Like, it's not even for a relationship. That's just for a one-night stand or...
I mean, people are gonna do their thing, you know. I personally don't use it or like it, but...
It's scary. I had it one time. It was very scary. I deleted it almost immediately. Okay, new one. I don't know if this is something that people get crazy about, but creation and evolution. Bum bum. Okay. I saw an article where it says the Pope states that evolution is true and that God is not magic. Do you agree with that statement?
I agree with it. I mean, people have... I'm pretty sure there was a study conducted and people are taller than they were in, like, the 20s.
Oh, really?
If you went back 100 years... Like
1920s?
Or, like, okay, or just say 1910 to 2010.
Yeah.
People are on average taller.
So why are we so short?
What do you mean?
Wait, what do you mean? I don't know what that means. Like, why are we...
People on average are taller than they were.
Oh, then they were?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying back then they were taller. I'm like, what happened? That's, like,
No.
not supposed to happen.
On average, we're taller now than we were in the past.
Gotcha. So that would be proving evolution is valid? Is that what that means?
I believe it's valid. I mean...
Do you think it, like, just goes together with creationism? Or
I think evolution's real and, like...
What about creationism?
What do you mean, creation?
Isn't that the Adam and Eve thing?
Yeah.
So you think they're both valid?
The story, or...
That, like, it's true. Or I don't know. I don't think everyone... I don't know. I saw a TV show and this guy refused to believe evolution was real. And he said that only creationism was real.
I think it's real.
Which one?
Well,
Both
what do you
of
mean by creationism?
Like that God created humans and there was, like, no Big Bang Theory. Or they could have had both, I guess.
I mean, you could say that God created the Big Bang, and then they just didn't.
So that's how you mix it?
Well, you could. I mean, you could just say God didn't talk about it in the Bible, or it wasn't addressed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, you believe in both. And what do you need proof, or do you know of any proof that creationism is true? You don't have to put that in there.
Yeah. And then, so creationism is just when God creates stuff.
Yeah, like they're not the whole evolution thing.
Okay. Yeah, I believe he creates stuff.
Do you, oh man. Do you know, why?
Why do I?
Why do you believe that he did created all of that?
Well, I mean, if you go by what the Bible says, it says he created, you know, animals and land.
So you like based off the Bible? That's how you get your proof?
Yeah, I mean, obviously things, like, happen just, like, how should I explain it? Like, if an ant wants to walk somewhere, it's just gonna walk.
Okay.
Or if, like, say...
Oh, like the animal and ant.
What do you mean?
Wait, insect or a human?
I don't get what the question is.
You said ant. You're not talking about, like, your ant.
Oh, yeah.
Which one, the insect?
Yeah, the insect.
Okay, sorry. I was very confused.
Yeah, or you could be, like, say I'm going to be like, I want to go running.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go running. I mean, I guess you could say God has a part in that, but, like...
Like he's helping you make that decision?
Yeah, but I myself ultimately, like, make the decision. And nature in itself ultimately makes decisions, too.
So, like, maybe it influences your decision?
Yeah, and, like, if you go by nature, like, if, like, I'm not sure exactly how volcanoes work, but if the magma and the chemistry and stuff is going on, then it's gonna, like, blow up, you know? And
so God has some chemistry going?
You could say God plays a role in it, I guess. Yeah, you could say that.
Uh-huh.
But,
alright. That's a good...
Yeah.
At least I have a reason. People usually like, yeah, I have all the proof, but they actually don't tell me anything. What is your opinion on movies like... Well, I guess these are very different. Like, Passion, which I've not seen, or in Noah, like those really serious religious ones. Do you find them offensive?
Do I find them... No. Well, they're not offensive. How would they be offensive?
I don't know. I know a lot of people... Wasn't it offensive? I don't know. People are like going crazy about those movies.
Well, I told you, there's like different denominations.
Yeah.
Everyone perceives
Okay, yeah, then the
things.
Catholic, I don't know, were they freaking out about
I'm sure some people were, some people weren't. It depends because each denomination has their own set of beliefs and values and traditions.
Mm-hmm. What about you? Or are you just like, it's a movie?
I saw The Passion and one of my teachers in high school showed it to us for class, and we'd write papers and stuff on it. But I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with it.
It's an interesting movie.
Good actors and all that.
Well, one I have seen is a comedy. It's called Bruce Almighty. Have you seen that?
Oh, with Steve Carell.
Right? Well, he is in there too. Yeah, Jim Carrey.
Jim.
But Steve Carell is in that movie as well. He's one of the anchor, or he hates him and he like curses him because he turns into God, but he like turns into God and Moses. Wait, is God the one that walks on water, or can Jesus walk on water, or can Moses walk on water?
In the Bible, Jesus walked on water.
Okay, not Moses.
Not that I recall.
But
he parted the Red Sea. That's what he did.
Did he actually do it, or did God do it? He's just like, you do this now.
You could say they both did it, I guess.
Together, as a team. Do you watch these films, like, not thinking, oh, okay, I have to be religious about it, or are you just watching it because it's a movie?
I think those films, like, when I saw the Moses movie, I saw that when I was younger. I think it's called The Prince of Egypt.
Oh, yeah, that scary one we were talking about?
Yeah, so my parents, it was just in the house, I guess, or my parents bought it and they showed it to me. And then for The Passion, people just, my high school teacher showed it to me, yeah. Yep.
So you just watch it because it was available?
If there's, like, if I think a movie's good, or if there's a movie I'm going to want to see, I'm going to try to see it,
and not, like, be like, it's going to go against my religious views. You're just gonna...
No, not necessarily. Well, you can watch a movie and just, like, for critiquing purposes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many people do that, but...
I criticize the movie all the time.
Okay, well, I think there's a new movie coming out, the Moses movie.
There's so many.
Yeah, there's a new movie coming out about Moses, I think, and it just looks like a good movie, so, I mean...
The Noah one looked good. It had Emma Watson in it.
Oh, with Russell Crowe, yeah.
Oh, I don't like. Yeah, he was Noah. He always is those type of people. Okay. Oh man. Okay. This is kind of like a academic thing because this is what I learned. Mm-hmm. That some people interpret the Bible literally, and some people do it allegorically. Which one do you do?
Probably a little bit of both.
Like, what parts do you make, not literally?
It depends what's being said. You know, I think with
like a specific story, like that you're like, no, I'm going to do it as symbols instead of that is exactly what happened.
Well, like with evolution and all that. I mean, with Adam and Eve, people think about all that, and that's where the evolution conversation comes into play. And so
do you think Adam and Eve were real people, or you just think they're symbols of people?
I'm sure you could say, yeah.
So that was a little.
They could be real people, yeah.
Was the snake real, or is that a symbol, or was it both? Because I could see how it could be both.
Be both, yeah. The creation story's got a lot of question marks, but I believe it all happened.
Is there anything besides creation that you believe didn't happen? But you just say it because it's a good, moral or good story.
I think, with Noah's Ark, so there's been civilizations that have been found buried underwater and stuff in the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
And so they think, that might have been a flood, and there is some history, and, they talk about a little bit of the history of Egypt.
Yeah.
In the Bible, and a lot of it, even just from the Egyptian perspective, matches it. So there are some of the Bibles in the book. You're right.
Yes, are actually true.
Some of the Bibles in the book are history books essentially.
Which ones aren't?
Which ones are not?
One that really sticks out.
A lot of the New Testament books would be considered history books. Some of the old ones, like Exodus, and Leviticus.
I don't know what Leviticus. I forget that one is, but is Exodus a story, or is that history?
It's one of the books of the Bible.
Well, is it like a history one, or is it like a...
It can be considered a history book, yeah.
Okay. Which one's not?
Well, it depends how you look at it. Like,
Which one do you think is not history then?
there's a ton of books in the Bible, but
Name one
I mean,
that you think is not
well,
history.
if you're trying to find a way to match up evolution with Genesis,
Uh-huh.
and you're trying to like make some sort of connection to what's true or false, or
Yeah.
might be true, might be false. Like you could say that could be.
So sometimes you might need to symbolize if you want them to be connected.
Yeah. Well, like I do believe I do believe things the Bible says though, but like the things that haven't happened yet, like
Yeah.
the Book of Revelations talks about the apocalypse and all
Yeah.
that. Like you could say that.
Do you believe that's how, like, you know, I know in Hollywood they make it like they're always evil, but do you think that's a real, like, gonna happen? Like, you have to follow that exact order? And that's how
follow the commandments or whatever.
I don't know, they always have an order, like, you have to do this at a certain date, and you have to, at the eclipse or something, like, is that,
I don't.
or is that just,
The Roman Catholic Bible doesn't have anything
Oh, it isn't
specifically
that?
like that.
oh, okay, so that must be the other ones. I already asked that one, but why God lets bad things happen to good people? Is that literally, like, he will let it happen, or is that just kind of, like, symbolizing?
Well, good things do happen to good people, too.
Yeah.
So
I guess it's your perception, too.
Yeah, things just kind of happen, you know.
It's true, I didn't think about that, because they could be, like, they get hit by a car, and they just really wanted to do that. That's a really random example.
Yeah, well,
And they like it, and maybe they're good people.
Yeah. Well, humans can't always control what happens, like...
But can God control what happens?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
He controls everything?
Well, humans and God can control what happens.
Together?
Well, remember earlier I was like, if I want to go on a run, I want to go on a run.
Yeah.
And like, God could play a factor in that decision, but I myself also make the decision.
Gotcha. Well, you said that... Well, you said most people go to purgatory. Where do you think, if you were to die right now... Well, not right now. Maybe in, like, 5 minutes. Where would you go? To heaven, hell, or purgatory?
Probably to purgatory.
You don't think you're too bad to go to hell and too righteous to go to heaven?
I hope not, but...
You don't think you will, though?
I hope not for hell, I should say, but for heaven, I mean... I personally believe that everyone would probably go to purgatory.
Was Jesus the only one that didn't?
The Bible claims that Jesus ascended into heaven.
So he's the only one that didn't have to go to purgatory?
Well, I don't know if everyone goes to purgatory. We don't...
Oh, that's true.
No one really necessarily knows...
Gotcha.
For certain, until you pass away, of course.
Yeah. What do you imagine heaven to be like? Because I'll just say you're going to go to heaven at some point.
Kind of like the book Utopia, or just paradise, where everything's perfect.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is it going to be, like, white? Or is it going to be, like, 5 people you meet in heaven, where you, like, meet everyone from your past, and you learn, like, things, like, you didn't really know that actually happened?
Bless you.
Thank you.
I hope it's just, like... Honestly, I kind of wish heaven is just, like, another world. It's exactly like Earth, but it's heaven Earth.
So will you be, like, a baby again? Like, start all over and grow up? Or are you just going to be whatever age...
Probably whatever age you want to be.
Really? You don't have to be, like, the one you die in? Like, babies can be...
No, well, I don't know what happens, but that's what I would like to think happens.
What age would you want to be?
I like the age I'm at right now, honestly. Or maybe, like, 13 or something. Probably one of my teenager years.
Okay. Wow. I would never pick teenage years. I did not like being a teenager.
You are a teenager.
I'm not. I'm 20.
Oh, well, I mean, you're pretty much a teenager.
No, I'm not. I'm past that time. And what do you imagine hell would be like? Would it be like red?
Everything's just really hot and on fire and dark. Yeah.
Would you... Because, okay, I don't... Maybe it's because the painting... Do they, like, have demons that, like, eat your head off?
I don't know.
They don't tell you what it is?
No.
You just know it's bad? Yeah. And is there, like, someone... when you go to heaven, do you see God? Or do you, like, see Jesus? What is your...
Well,
what is...
you're supposed to, because